Yo, 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 what it do? It's your boy Champ, Almighty Shoes, Grind Time. We are the nation of conversation. What's going on with it, fellas?
Going on with
What
it.
up? What up?
Man, it's been a minute. We got some things to catch up on, man. Appreciate everybody still dropping in with your boys. Man, make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe every time we go live, baby. Listen, these finals, what y'all think about these whole playoffs and whole before we get to the finals?
This is the worst
What do you
playoffs
think about
ever
it?
that I've seen in my entire goddamn watching basketball career. Both of these teams are non-marketable like a motherfucker. But no, I'm just playing. No, they two great teams though. Uh, the playoffs were solid this year. A lot of disappointments. I would like to see Ant-Man in there, but you can't stop that damn Shea and the basic ass OKC Thunder team. You know, they're a complete team all the way around. So there's a great basketball team there. As far as the East, Pacers really didn't shock me. They had a good team to get there. I expected the Cleveland Cavaliers to get there, but
Man, them
playoff
injuries.
basketball it's a different level once you get to playoffs, and they
Yeah,
just
yeah,
stuck it up. Stuck it
yeah.
up. Great regular season team, couldn't get the job
Well,
done in the playoffs. So,
I'm gonna
but
say stunk it up. They had a lot of injuries. There was a bunch of injuries.
yeah, but overall,
What it do, Dre?
it's a decent finals. It's a decent NBA finals. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
Yeah, but
mean,
will it be
if you're
something
a
you prefer really
basketball
to watch?
fan,
so
I
is
guess
this
if
the
you're a
passing of the
basketball, if
torch?
you're a
You see, all the OGs
as
went
far,
home in the first round. I didn't like that.
And these
I
young
mean, it's a
legs
young,
getting it done.
yeah, I mean, it's a young man's game, but at the same
Yeah,
time,
of
if you
course.
look at
Yeah,
all those teams,
yeah,
they all got a better teams than all the old heads, so
yeah. You're
they
right.
go
You're
win.
right about that too. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna keep it funky.
all,
We're gonna keep it funky.
yeah,
Yeah,
all those teams are better, like from top to bottom. So,
Yeah.
but but I mean, if you're an NBA fan, if if you really watch all the teams that are winning right now, those are really all teams that was winning all year. So it's really no surprise, honestly.
yeah,
But
yeah,
Right.
but
yeah.
So
it
I was
should
saying,
be.
it
I
didn't
mean, I
shock me
feel
that the
like
First
Indiana
round,
Pacers got
second
there.
round.
yeah. I mean, Halliburton is not your average. Uh, I'm not even gonna say superstar because he's not. I mean, he's not your average star in the NBA. I mean, people want to
He's not a
they
superstar.
kind of
He's a
want,
star, but he's getting
yeah.
there.
Okay, I
People,
want to ask y'all
you
fellas
kind of want
about that.
to put it as like the Pistons. They kind of want to put this team like the Pistons, but I don't want to put it as like that. Like how they was going off like there's no superstars and they still win.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Okay.
that's
All
how they
right.
kind of frame it.
So, okay, this is what I want.
Basketball
Okay.
team. The same
So
with OKC.
about Halliburton, y'all both say he's not a superstar. Okay.
No, he's not a
Okay. But
superstar. Not yet.
okay.
He's
Okay.
a
But
star, but not a superstar. He's an all-star, but not a superstar.
what is it about him that because the numbers he's putting up, because every time he put up numbers, they're showing numbers that he's doing with people that are labeled that. So I'm
Yeah,
saying, what makes him not be? Is it the way his game is, or is it do he got the same? I think it's like he got the same thing as like with Trey Young. Like they talk a lot of shit. They do. They do. I mean, some players do more than most. I get it. But if I'm out here doing it on the court, I mean, all you gotta do is stop me at the same time.
yeah,
So
no,
but then I hear a lot of the dudes it's like, older than us, like in their 50s, they like the 90s about we like that the shit talking or whatever, but that's what he doing, that's his game. Like when we go against game, with Dame, he doing the other people's celebrations, doing all that. He did the Reggie Miller choke, like that's his game. You think that's one of
Mhm.
the reasons why he gets some hate, or they say, oh, he's overrated? That I don't agree with. I don't think he
I
overrated.
think what's getting to him is that he's not too flashy. He's not like one of the flashiest point guards in the league.
Right.
But his statistics back it up, though. Let's
Right.
say
That's
if
what
he
I
played
mean.
in
Yeah.
like in the early, if let's say he played in the 90s and early 2000s, he might be a superstar with that style of play. But this style of play and this type of basketball, it's not flashy. You know, people like the quickness, the crossovers, a slasher. He does that, but it doesn't just quite look superstarish. What I'm trying to
Yeah,
say?
yeah, and no,
You know
and
what I'm
like
saying?
honestly, what when I say superstar, and like I feel like it's probably only 4 or 5 superstars in the league, honestly. That, but it has
Right.
nothing to do with basketball. It's more of like
I was just
what
about
you
to say
bring
that
to the
too.
team
Your marketability.
and
Yeah.
like yeah, and all that like fandom, and, like everything. Like it takes a lot to
Mm-hmm.
be a superstar in the league. Like,
Yeah.
and he's just not at the level yet. That's not knocking him. Like he a great player.
That's what I'm
But
saying. His
it's like
statistics back it up. He plays great.
yeah, like people don't consider Shea a superstar in the league. They just it's like
Mm.
they like him. They like him as a player, but people don't feel like, like they don't feel like they connect to Shea. Like if you know what I mean? Like it's not him and Ant-Man. It's like, like their likability is different, even though Shea is shit, probably the best player in the league right now. You know what I mean? Like people like Ant-Man more than they like Shea.
Yeah. Ain't do you
That's
Yeah,
do you
I
like
just
see
that?
that.
Do you like him and Ant rivalry? I like that. The young dudes they like look,
yeah,
they
yeah,
smoke every
I like
time.
it.
Like
I think it's good for
Yeah, I like the
basketball, but
rivalry.
it's just like
They
yeah.
got to build up some type of rivalry for the new basketball coming up because these Asian superstars about to dip real soon. So they got to build some type of rivalry up.
Yeah.
yeah, and like I said, it's getting kind of tough, especially to be for the American superstar because everybody
Yeah.
that's becoming a superstar in the league is becoming foreign.
Yeah.
Foreign,
So
yeah.
they have to do something to try to build an American superstar.
They gotta do it quick because they're gaining. Like you said, the popularity, the marketability, it's like, okay,
Hmm.
it's Anthony. Who else? Like, okay, Jason Tatum,
You
Josh,
say hell got it.
Ant-Man, and then it's like, okay, where we gonna go after that? Like you
Like I
said,
said, don't get me
it's the
wrong.
personality.
Tatum is good. Tatum is a
Yeah,
good player. It's just that
yeah.
he's just like I don't know.
Man, that was
It's just
messed
I
up.
don't
He blew
know.
out his Achilles like that. Man, I hope he bounced back. But that was crazy, man.
Yeah, it
That
just
Yeah.
was
sucks when it
hard.
happened because it happened at this point of the season and it's real late.
Mm-hmm.
So that means he's going to be
Hmm.
out for a significant amount of time next year. So
Hmm.
And then that was Achilles rupture. That was a rupture. So that ain't no comeback or I can make it back next season. No, you're not playing.
Yeah, it'll be
That's
in
one of them
yeah,
play.
middle
That's
late.
one of them
it'll
can't
probably be
leave
after
play
All Star
comfort.
break. But with this new technology and the health field, shit, who knows?
Yeah, I say he probably could get back next year, but it'll be late. It'll be late.
I stay after All Star break, but
I wouldn't do it
technology
if I
and
was him.
everything that's
He's
going
still
on
young. Well, he only
in
what
the medical
25
field,
too or
shit,
26.
it might surprise everybody. But me personally, if I had that
Oh,
injury,
Yeah, he's still
I want
young
to take as
too.
much
That's why
time
I'm
out as
like,
possible to get better.
I mean,
like
yeah,
he's still,
especially being on the Celtics, he got the luxury to do that.
yeah,
Right, right.
because they can
And they
still
got a
make the
good enough
playoffs.
team to carry them to
Yeah,
the playoffs.
that was just saying. Yeah, they can still make the
Hmm.
playoffs
Right, they got a
if
good enough team to carry to the playoffs.
Like I said,
Jalen Brown could definitely handle that team.
like I said, they got to they got.
that's remain to be seen. We would hope he could. We would hope so. I
They
hope
got
he
enough.
can.
I would say they got enough to be good in the East to get them to the playoffs. But
But
that team does.
I heard people trying to come get Drew. Um,
Well, yeah, you got to try to take apart that team. That's the only way you're gonna take them down. You got to try to. The team is too good. You got to try to take them apart some kind of way.
I'm hearing Denver want Drew. Now, if he go over there, oh man, and if they, well, then I think that'll be good for both teams though. Jamal Murray, if they trade him for Murray and something else, I think Murray could flourish with Jaylen Brown and Tatum. I think he could. I think he could play in that system.
I mean, like it says the
Or
way it plays.
I don't think. Well, I think. Well,
trade
Michael
everybody for Pritchard
or MJP. I heard he about to be up out of there. You know, they're not satisfied with his performances last couple playoff seasons.
Yeah. Never know.
And then
it's definitely gonna be some shaking up this offseason.
Man, y'all think Dallas should trade that pick?
If you who?
You think Dallas should trade the draft pick for Giannis or another superstar?
I mean, if it gets me Giannis, I'm doing it.
I was just about to say, if it gets you Giannis, yes, but anybody else, no, because the Dallas, they're closer than what people making it seem. That's a good ass team.
I was reading something about this. I was reading Dallas was trying to go out there Devin Booker.
Yeah, but the Suns said the Suns said they're gonna stick with D Book. That's why they talking about Kevin Durant leaving up out of there.
If I was Phoenix, I'll pull that trade because Kevin Durant, he's look like he's gonna be shipped up out of there. So
no, he is.
The flag.
But what about
start the franchise over fresh?
But the Timberwolves want KD too, and the Rockets. Which one? Which one you going to if you KD? Timberwolves or Rockets?
If I was KD, man, I would have went back to the Warriors, man. I would have stuck on my pride, handled my differences I had with that team.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, he should have.
He could have had a couple more championships, man. He let his pride get in the way.
But he even said too. He just, I didn't feel I didn't want to hear that shit no more. He was like, yeah, I could have went back with him, but he was like, man, I got tired of hearing that shit, and I feel him on it. Which he was still the best player on the team.
He's gonna sit back and think about that shit and look back and say, man, I should have stayed with the Warriors.
Yeah, he was still the best player on the team. That's why I keep telling people when I was like, yeah, when he went over there, yeah, he did, but he was still the best player on the team.
Actually happened. Something happened in the organization where he didn't like something happen, or that Draymond Green situation. What was it?
It was that, and they would always inside joke that, oh, you came in on our like they would always bring that up. They said it was like weirdly how they would like always bring that up, like when they do like public speakings and shit like that. Like they would reference him, joining them. Like, he came up. He was like, well, I came over here and got 2 Finals MVPs. Brian is whooping y'all ass without me.
Well,
Cavs would have won that next year if y'all didn't go get KD. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, that's what I said. He was like, man, I got tired. I didn't want to hear that shit. And then he was like, I ain't want to jump in the middle of the season, mess up rotation and stuff like that. I ain't played with these guys in like 7 years.
Shit, that shouldn't be no damn reason. Shit,
but that is. But that damn,
you move into a worse situation to a possible better situation. The Warriors were just like that was a player away from being a goddamn solid contender. So I hope that wasn't the reason.
Yeah,
I think he just let his pride get in the way and didn't just want to go over there because of some situation previous years ago.
Yeah, he didn't want to go over there. He said even though him and Draymond is cool now, but it's just
he was just like, all right.
So you don't want to win no championships? I don't know.
Yeah, y'all know how KD is, man. You see how his interviews is. You see how he talk. I honestly, I really don't think he care about that shit. I don't think
I think he really care about just playing basketball. I really honestly believe that. That's why he's one of the few players.
One thing he don't care about is nappy ass head. I know he don't care about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't care about that nappy ass dome piece he got.
Hey, look, man. Now you know KD see everything. KD, I ain't say nothing.
That shit look like some damn cobwebs or something, bro.
Hey, shoes. KD see everything. Yeah,
they clip everything. KD see everything. He going
Kevin Durant, man. I like you as a player. You was one of my favorite players, but man, you got to cut that crop, bro. You got to cut that crop.
But yeah, I
But
mean, if I
moving
was
on
KD
though.
right
But
now,
yeah,
I would go to the Timberwolves if I had to choose. I would go to the T Wolves right now.
but shit, they have to give up Julius Randle, right?
I don't give a damn. Get his ass out of here. I don't want him anyway.
No, Julius Randle was
Get his
balling this
ass out
year.
of here.
Stopping ass. His ball
Julius was
stopping.
balling this year.
He fucks
He
their
was ball.
offense up.
Look.
He
was
fucks their
balling
whole.
until he wasn't.
He
was
Julius
fucks
balling
Randle
their
was
until he
whole
balling this year. I don't
offense
care what
up.
y'all say.
No, he gets
Until
his
he
numbers,
wasn't.
but no, when he does his thing, nobody else can. That's his problem because he stops. He plays like it's 2005 still. You can't. He get the ball. He want to dribble 10, 15. Well, so if you don't swing this motherfucker around, he's stopping the
And that's what I
ball.
said. They wonder why Ant-Man has no rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because okay, if the offense is supposed to be going through me, I can't be giving you the ball on
And waiting.
ISOs on the whole opposite side of the court
Yeah.
and wait
That's
for you
what
to
I
just
mean.
pass me the ball back for a three. I'm not a spot up shooter. Like I can shoot the ball. I'm a shot maker. I'm not a shooter.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It just don't make sense for the offense, bro. But I mean,
I
he
get
had a
what you're
great
saying too,
series.
Brian. Yeah, he
He
get
had
his points.
he
Yeah,
had a great
But when-
series.
but-
He had a great
but when
series
he-
versus the Lakers,
yeah.
but
But when he gets his, the team don't win because of how he gets his. It doesn't come at the flow of the offense. It's coming like I gotta get mine, and then whatever happens. It's like you gotta get your shit
Yeah.
in the flow of the game.
yeah, but if I had another shot maker out there that I know when I get that ball and I swing it to the other side of the court, I know it's a good chance that motherfucker's gonna drop if I pass it to this person and he not just sitting there trying to dribble. Yeah, I'll take KD. Yeah, give him to me.
But
But that would be great though if they could get KD and keep Julius Randle. That would be great because that would be three superstars over there. I mean, well,
if they could,
two
if they
superstars
could.
and one star. If y'all want to consider Julius Randle a superstar and star, I consider him a star.
If y'all the Timberwolves, are y'all paying Naz Reid? Because he said I should be a starter. He came out and said it. They was like, look, he's like, I should be a starter. I don't know.
I don't think they have enough. I don't think they have the money to keep him. Not what people are gonna pay him.
Yeah, he's too good to just be on the bench. Like they don't play him enough. Like you know what, too? In this series against the Thunder, you know what really separate? DiVincenzo, he didn't really have a good shooting series. He usually was hit. Last year on the Knicks, he was hitting a lot of big baskets in the playoffs. He was hitting a lot of big shots. And defensively, he was hitting. He was just like his shot was a little off in this series.
What happened to Rob Dillingham?
He's still out there. He just young.
He don't get no
He
more
didn't.
minutes.
Yeah, he didn't get that much burn. I see.
They was playing him like the first couple of weeks of the season. Then they start. Wasn't they giving him some G League minutes too in the middle of the season?
Yeah, and even like when he was playing in the league, like I seen a couple games, he had a couple 20-point games. Like he showed he could hoop.
Yeah, they just some coaches they just don't play rookies. They just won't. If you're not a superstar, they're not playing you. No matter it just don't. No matter what.
I mean, you can't be a rookie to come in and being a superstar. I mean, I'm pretty sure you got to put the work in and practice in. But I seen the potential in him.
That's just some coaches that's from that certain era.
No, he's gonna be good for them.
Yeah, they're not. They're just. It's just some coaches that's like that. If you're not like a Cooper Flag or Ant or somebody like that coming in as a rookie, you're just not getting minutes like that. You're not.
And especially like they still had Conley, like they still have respect for Conley, so they're not gonna let him. Come in and take over. But next year,
is it time for him to move on? Because he was hurting them in this series. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, next year, Rob will be the starting point guard next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I ain't gonna.
Oh no, Mike Conley's still out there. He's still getting buckets. He's still got a little 3-point jumper.
But he can't give you that.
He has a great basketball IQ, and he finds the players to get the ball.
Yeah, but
So
He do,
I
you
don't
can't
know
do
if he
nothing
but
on the
if he
defensive
gonna
end.
not start next year. That's gonna be kind of hard, but we'll see.
I feel like Rob. I feel like they gonna give the keys to Rob because I think like they kind of was like even talking about it like because Conley like him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They talk about it, and he was just like,
Right.
Rob's always asked me a million questions and all this. So, I mean, so I think he
Well,
could take the
he's
keys
doing what a
next year.
rookie's supposed to do. He's sitting back and learning. So
Hmm.
Mike Conley might be taking him up under his wing and teaching him the game and the ups and outs.
Yep.
So we'll see next year in training camp who will be the starter. But far as Minnesota Timberwolves, yeah, they need to get a third person over there. Julius Randle and Ant-Man, obviously it's not working. So
Yeah, whatever
KD,
that dynamic is,
Okay, if
I
you were
don't
the
know.
KD
Timberwolves,
might be the answer.
who would y'all try to get? Who would y'all try to get over there? Would y'all would want KD or who else? Who would you go? Who would you go if you were the Timberwolves?
KD, because for one, if I'm trading for KD, I would ask. Well, he's still playing at a high elite level, so
He
I'm
Yeah,
is.
not
he
That's
worried
what I was
about
is.
just about
that.
to say. He's
That
still getting
that's
almost
not the
30 a
question.
game.
He's still playing at a high elite level at that age, so
Yeah,
Yeah, he's still
I
almost getting
would get
30 a game.
KD. I pray for him.
And then
yeah.
that's why I tell
Now
people
my
too.
thing is,
What?
what would you want in return for a
Okay.
KD? Like, what do a KD trade look like?
But see,
You know what I mean?
look, it's probably going to be some draft picks, and who I just said, Nas Reed, he probably going to be out of there. They're going to want Nas for sure.
But he's not.
Oh yeah,
Nas is a
but
free
he's
agent.
already
Yeah,
he a
he a
free
free
agent
agent.
already.
So they
Oh, he
can't
free
use
agent.
him.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm
big,
saying. Like,
big. McDaniel, Jay
draft.
McDaniel, Jay McDaniel. Shit,
That'd be a
Ooh,
tough
that's
loss for
gonna kill
them.
that team because that's their
that's gonna kill
defense.
That
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 defense.
I mean,
Yeah.
But
but
they
but
Phoenix Suns are going to have to get something in return though.
yeah.
But Jaden McDaniel,
Uh,
he for sure be on that list.
well, I was gonna say Alexander Walker, but he's a free agent, and
Yeah, if he's a free,
yeah,
him and Nas Reed. They took. That's why I was like, they
yeah,
window was like kind of. They window was like kind of. So
probably
they
like
should be trying.
Devin. Probably they would have no Devin Shinto. I think he might.
He get
Did
37.
he? Oh, he did resign.
Yeah, I think he resigned.
Mm.
I think it was like
Okay,
37,
so
2 years, something like that. If I'm not mistaken, but I
I
can
don't.
check.
Yeah, I don't even think it's worth it even trying to trade for him. I don't know. I would have to look at the roster all the way, but. mm But yeah, if any way I could, I would try to get KD. Houston probably has more to give up to get KD.
Yeah, because I know Houston. I think they tied at Jalen Green.
Yeah,
I was reading some shit about
and
him that it might be time for him to get shipped up out of Houston. Houston, we have a
yeah,
problem.
I was hearing it was like locker room issues, like the team they just not feeling each other. It ain't got nothing to do with basketball. It's like the chemistry. It's not.
mm,
That's what I was hearing. It ain't got nothing to do with basketball.
It got
yep.
something to do. It might be some off the court issues. They might be looking at that tape back in the day when that nigga was pumping that ass or some shit he was doing.
No, no, no.
Hey,
Oh,
hey, that's
Turtle, that's ass.
hey, Jalen Green, you got a big ass strike for that, bro. I don't care, bro. That was a strike.
oh,
Hey,
oh shit!
hey, somebody in the organization looked at that tape and was like, man, bro, you got to get him out of here, man. Hey, we let you slide for a couple of years now. Hey, your ass got
Yeah.
to bounce.
Oh
Oh,
man.
but yeah, man. But yeah, KD for Jalen Green and probably some draft picks. That would probably be more realistic if he goes to Houston, though.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah,
Yeah. So they got more. They got more young players that they can move around, like
right.
Eason.
But is KD gonna want to play that style, that running and shit? That's what I was just gonna say too.
But
Minnesota's
but I
more,
was just saying he's still playing at an elite level at that age. I
yeah,
mean,
but
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
but
just saying,
Stanley, he
eventually
don't mind
you're
it.
going to slow down. So
yeah, because
Yeah.
they be running too. So I'm like, is that gonna you gonna have OG out there running? All right, he get about 40 games in. Hey, all right now, we get to slow this
yeah,
motherfucker down. All right,
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Man, but okay. Okay, we're gonna go to another team. Experiment. Okay, so is Freak Time officially didn't work? Is it time to blow that up?
Yeah, he's up out of there.
Yeah. Especially with the injury.
Talking about Dame too. He was. Did you think Dame leaving too? They both leaving or one?
I'm pretty sure they're going to try to keep one of them, but both got to go if Milwaukee ready to blow this team up and start from scratch. And hey, that might be the best option for that franchise. But Giannis, he's not happy. Well, Giannis won a championship, but you always want to get you a second one.
Mm-hmm.
But I see him leaving this year. I mean, this upcoming offseason.
Yeah. Just didn't work out. But definitely didn't work out like they thought it would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just injury. That's what I said. Either him or Dame was getting injured in the play. Like that was crazy. Like I don't like that was just man. That's messed up. It's cold part of the game. But injuries are part of the game too, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we see what Milwaukee do. All right. Big question. What the hell is goddamn Lake Show gonna do? They gonna get a big man or they gonna
See,
ride
I
this?
was waiting. I didn't want to get to them because like, we gonna need about 30 minutes talking about them motherfuckers. That's why I was like,
I
we
don't
can
know
get
what
to
the hell
them.
they gonna do.
Oh, it's so much shit going wrong
Because
over
right
there.
now,
I
man, they getting
mean,
their ass whooped.
I mean, honestly,
but keep it real. Hey, no, shoot, didn't we say any young team is gonna whoop our ass? Remember, we were saying that for
oh yeah,
any
oh
young
yeah.
team. That's why
We got the worst
any
possible matchup we could get in the first round.
yeah,
Honestly,
any
if
young
we would have
team.
if we
Yeah,
would have got the
Look,
Warriors, the Clippers, or any
yeah,
of that, I think it would have been a better series. But
it would have been a better series. Man, they made Rudy look like goddamn Will Chamberlain out there. I'm like, come on, bro. And then what I hate is, as Lake Show fans, we like Luka, but don't say you don't like him and say we need AD. Of course, you need an AD that series. I mean,
yeah.
there's nothing
We
you
were
can do
saying
about
that.
that.
Remember, shoes.
That's why I
I
said
was saying
you
that.
Right.
I was like, I'm gonna
can't.
get
That's why I
pissed
said
if I
clearly,
you
say
can't do
this, so
that.
I'm not even gonna say it.
right.
But
It's
we
clearly you see
actually
what
needed
the Lakers
AD.
are lacking depth at the goddamn size.
You see,
Yeah,
AD
and
was complaining, and he got traded. That's what they was like.
yeah.
But
But this is what I
this
was
shit I
saying.
told
I was
y'all?
like,
This trade was in the works since February. Don't let them lie to y'all. They've been trying to get AD the fuck out of there. Yeah, they've been.
but look, this is what I'm saying. Like anytime you have a superstar for superstar trade like that, it's
Yeah,
gonna be unbalanced, especially if
yeah,
it's not for the same position. And who are you?
yeah,
Why would you trade for the same position? So our team already had no bigs,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
it was gonna look terrible.
Wow.
Jackson Hayes is unplayable. Alex Lynn is unplayable.
Yeah.
You can't play these guys. So
Clearly,
I
the Lakers
understand
made this
why KJ
trade for the
didn't play him.
future. It's obvious they made this trade for the future. So,
That's it, and that's
yeah.
all. I didn't understand
When they
I
made
mean,
the
yeah, we
trade,
wanted to
that's why I said,
win.
"Oh, they not trying to win this." They said, "Fuck it." Yeah,
Yeah,
remember when
It's
we
clearly.
for the
first? They
future.
was like, yeah, they said, "Fuck it." It's cool. We just gonna
Did
go
Braun
for it.
opt
Yeah,
in
and
in
that's
that?
all.
Braun opt in, did he? At that 55, 54 million? Yeah.
Yeah, he might
Not
not
yet,
yet,
not
but he
yet.
might
But
as
I
well. He
mean,
like shit. I'm gonna just get
Of
fuck
course.
it.
Why not? You gonna pay me that much money at 41 years of age? Hell yeah.
yeah. But that's what I said. Like this offseason, look, I've already got my players that I'm going after. I already got this shit wrote down. I already know. who
What's
they
the
need to go
list?
after.
Go ahead. Oh, you might not need to say
Okay.
because
Well,
they anything they'll sabotage. But no, we can talk about it.
oh no,
Let's
go
talk
ahead.
about your list.
Okay.
Let's talk about your
So
list.
center. This is my best case scenario. Center. Trade for Jared Allen.
Okay.
Or if you can't get Jared Allen, Nick Claxton. That's it.
That was my
That's
pick. That was my pick is Claxton.
that's the best two options I feel like you can get out there at center right now.
Because Claxton and Luca,
Anybody?
Lob City.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be a nice little live video show right there.
So
mm-hmm.
I mean, backup four, you don't have much. I'm looking at all the cap room. There's not many four options out there. Give me somebody like what's the boy name?
Look, we have a good four. They just if they would quit acting like they're gonna trade him every second, maybe he'd give us some more consistent play. Rui, we have a four. We have
I like
a four.
I like what Rui did. I like what Rui did.
Putting him in trade rumors every second. That fucks with a player. The only reason why that's going to continue, it's going to continue to happen is if they don't want to trade Reeves, they have to trade Rui. That's just
I
what
was
it is.
about to say,
but
is
we
it time
have
for Austin Reeves to bounce? If you got to trade Austin Reeves for a big man, would you do it?
Yes.
Yeah,
me, I would. To.
Or it's not gonna win. You're not gonna win.
Yeah.
If you don't,
it's pointless if you don't have a big.
If you want to keep, you're not gonna win.
Anytime you got Gobert out there looking like a motherfucking superstar and Will Chamberlain out there, you got to get a big man.
we were disgusted watching that last game. That was just disgusting.
Hey, you see his numbers in that series, and then look at his numbers of the rest of the team. This dude is only getting like 5 or 6 points. I'm like, come on, man. You couldn't stop this shit right here.
They have somebody over 6'6" guarding them. That's why
I'm like, come on.
That's why I said Austin Reeves was the one who was holding Rudy Gobert on switches.
Okay, then when they put somebody over 6'6", who they put? The oldest nigga in the league. Brian out here tired. Rudy out here. That's why Brian didn't have no legs in the fourth quarter. Of course, he bumping up against this month. 10 years younger than him, big Rudy swole. I don't give a fuck. Y'all hate on the game. That's a big solid motherfucker.
But like you said, not only that, the nigga 7'1". Like
like
all you gotta do is turn around,
the oldest nigga in the league bumping with this motherfucker. Of course, he ain't got no legs in the fourth quarter. He can't do shit.
Once he figured out all he had to do was turn around and look at the rim.
It was over with.
That's all he had to do.
I mean, that shit looked ridiculous. I'm like, come on with this shit. Like,
that shit was O'Neal.
But there was literally nobody else they could put on the court.
Well, it was a lot of flaws in that series.
Just like you said,
starting with JJ Redick not playing that bench though. I mean, you got to give some players a blow. You can't just play the players like that.
You just didn't. Gabe Vincent, he played great. And when he got to play, then all of a sudden you don't trust him in the playoffs. I didn't like that. I think Gabe deserved more playing time than what he did, and he earned it. He earned it. Like I said, Jackson Hayes, he got worse every playoff series to where he wasn't even able to be on the court in the last series. Like towards the end of the season, he was getting. I'm like, what is going on? You're getting more. This when you're supposed to be tightening things up. Like you're getting. Like I'm gonna tell you like this, Jackson Hayes. If they keeping you, you gotta work on your touch. You gotta work on your touch, brother. You have like the worst hands I've ever seen.
I think he's just gone. I think he's just gone, man. He just need to take his ass up the street, honestly. Because man, I said if he can't get alive, then he can't do anything. He's just out there to foul.
Yeah,
and that's it.
But that's what I said too.
Oh, let me finish this damn list.
Get back to your list.
Hold on. Okay, backup Larry Nance. I'll take him for a little quick backup for stretch the floor.
Yes.
I'll take that. If we could pop, like I said, Thibault, I'll take Thibault.
Yes.
Give me
That's another live catch. Yeah.
Nikhil Alexander Walker. We'll steal him from Minnesota. I like that. Chris Paul. I'll take him for 1 year. I'll take it. Give me backup PG. We'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
$3 million. Come on in here for $3 million, because that's all you can get. And
Russ
draft,
gonna be looking for that $3 million. You'll give Russ the 3.
draft. He ain't come back to LA. Draft the biggest athletic dude you can find in the draft. There's a lot of them coming out of this draft.
Yeah,
There's
it is.
there's a
It's a
guy.
lot.
There's a guy
That's
from
why I said this
there's a guy
draft.
from
You
Duke
better
that
be
I
able to
like.
get somebody because it's bullshit. Mhm.
There's a kid from Kentucky I like. There's a kid from Duke I like. There's people out there that you can get that are 7-footers that can run the floor, block shots, do all that. Get one of those, pair them up.
Speaking of that, why did Boogie plan back out the draft and go to Florida? Did somebody tell him he wasn't gonna get picked?
I don't know. That's what I said. Remember, I told you he had put his name in the transfer portal.
Yeah, Boogie.
That was
How you
it.
gonna dip on us like that, Boogie? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dip on the Hogs like that.
But but yeah, that's my list. Hopefully they can do something, grab a shooter in there somewhere. Hopefully re-sign Finney Smith also somewhere.
Yeah,
And
yeah. They got to keep Black him out.
But other than that, that's probably all you're gonna be able to do. Ronnie come in and play some 10 to 15 minutes a game.
Well, they said they're gonna be giving him some minutes this year. That's what I've been hearing. So
yeah, they got him on the Max Christie program.
Yeah, I'm mad that we couldn't keep Max. I liked him, man. But
yeah, just one of those things, man. Of course, you would have liked to keep him, but it would have really been a robbery in that trade if we would have got to keep Max.
Yeah. Then, yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah, that's my off season.
I was just gonna say, yeah, them picks, that's not off because Lakers can't go too high because the tax will be too extravagant to try to get anything more like than that. Yeah, they're gonna want everything.
Yeah.
I'm
not getting into the whole.
You start asking them for somebody better than that cap, they're gonna start. Okay, well, are you putting Brian in the deal? They're gonna be going Brian. Like,
yeah. As I said, I'm not getting into this whole fantasy basketball shit. I keep seeing the Lakers are getting Giannis. What's Luka and LeBron? Dude, just stop. It's not happening.
That ain't happening.
Why? And then you don't even want that to happen right now. Not right now.
Hell no, because if it don't work out, you're really gonna talk about the goddamn Lakers. It's gonna be a fucking disaster over there.
And I'm here to tell you that team is gonna be shit. That team will be shit.
Yeah,
will be shit. I'm not gonna lie to you, because Giannis, he's a great weak side defender. He's a good help defender. He's not your typical big man. He's not. No.
And yeah, because they're gonna have to have run Giannis at 5 if they put him over there with Luka and he's gonna have to play the 5.
No,
and that ain't gonna work.
Giannis playing the 5.
Nope.
Yeah, that definitely ain't gonna work.
And he would have to play the 5.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, that motherfucker gonna be in foul trouble. That motherfucker gonna be done for the third quarter.
Y'all want to talk about Anthony Davis ass hurt? Okay, you gonna see somebody hurt. Yeah, that team will be bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's gonna be some cool highlights here and there, but they gonna stink.
Oh yeah. Well, who knows?
Mm-mm.
But they need to make some change. They definitely need something. The first start they need to start with is the big man. So they need to address that issue immediately to
That's
even
the
have a chance
that's
next
the
year.
first. That's the first calls they need to make. That's the
Ain't
only
give a fuck
call
about
they
no
need to
draft
make.
picks, no nothing else, man. You need to trade and get
Mm-mm.
something, get you a big man. Get two of them motherfuckers if you
That's
can.
it. Yeah, no, you need to. You need
Right.
to for sure. Yeah, that's it. If you look at all the teams that are good, they're going back to early 2000s basketball. They got bigs out there.
Yeah.
Look at the Thunder. Like I said, look at the Celtics. Look at the Cavs. Those teams are big in the front court.
Yep.
Yeah,
Chet,
these last team.
Einstein. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I was saying
Like I said,
earlier about the OKC Thunder, I mean, they might not be the flashiest team, but they're a complete team. They're deep in the bench. You look at their bench scoring, it's balanced out to what they need to do. They just get by enough what to do and win a game.
mm-hmm.
So, and they play defense.
Yeah. Like I said, it helps when everybody on your roster can play defense. It don't matter who
Mm-hmm.
they sub in. Case and Wallace defense, Caruso defense, Dort
Yep.
defense, SGA defense, Chet defense.
Hey, I was just about to ask.
Yeah.
And
OKC is
hey,
easily about 10 or 11 deep. Easy. They're a
is
complete
that
roster for
hey?
real.
What about hey Luke? Ain't he time to ain't he a free agent? Somebody Legacy to grab Lou Dort. We need some goddamn
They
D
would, they wouldn't, they wouldn't have the money. They wouldn't have the type of money that if he was available, they won't have the money for him.
because that shit is
Uh,
clap. Woo!
and his ass and shoot 23% from three.
Well, that's right up the Lakers alley. A guard that can't knock the
You know what
shit
the
down.
Lakers should do? They should get a big man and go after Nas Reed if they can make it happen.
They
That would
should
be
get
great.
Nas Reed. That'll be
That would
good
be
for
If they
great.
can
real.
make it happen.
That would be great. That would be a great big man to try to go after. Do I think
But
they'll be able to get that type of money? I
who
don't know.
knows what Mitch Cupcake gonna do. So
Yeah, because I think he's gonna want in the 20. I think he's gonna want in the 20 range.
yeah, he gonna want some bread for sure.
And I just don't see how they do that.
Well, the question is it time for Braun to take a pay cut?
Like you said, he already tried.
Hey, if I'm Braun at this age getting that type of money, hell no.
He said, "Should I tried. I tried to
if,
get
if,
the
Look,
if
motherfuckers
if you
money."
want to win
look,
and
because look, if you
reconstruct your
really think about it,
roster,
and I tell
hey,
motherfuckers this, I'm not look, okay. That's why people don't really know about okay, he's not getting 52 million, he's getting 25 million. That shit is tax. That ain't he not getting no 50 million. That's 25 before that's just tax. That's before you pay Rich and then whatever that shit out of that. It ain't no
Oh yeah,
50 million.
well yeah, well fucking
That ain't
LA
50.
tax, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
that's just
ain't
sick.
that's why I tell that ain't no damn 52
yeah,
million. That's like 28. Yeah,
Yeah, they was doing them contract breakdowns. Oh, it was nasty.
it's ridiculous. You
yeah,
got to pay this fee, this agent fee, that fee. That's why, like a lot of players in the NFL go broke because 120
yeah,
million over there is really like 60 or 50 million.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it
maybe
was just
40.
oof.
You got all this
Yeah, that
dishing out you got to do, which is crazy, but hey, that's just how it goes.
Yeah, oof. That should be nasty.
Like, how y'all gonna get all this
You break them
goddamn?
numbers down, you be like, God damn.
You ain't crossed the motherfucker up. You ain't called a football, shot a shot. Biggest pimps in the world, but that's another story.
Yeah. But we'll see what this Lake Show do. They gotta do something because well, time's running out for Braun, but for the future, they'll be all right.
Yeah. Shit. I said this year All-Star game is in LA. I want to see what they do with this roster. I'm sure
It's
he
a
want to see
wrap.
what they do with the roster. And I guarantee you, if they come out with bullshit again, I think
It's
he's gonna
no
hang him up.
time.
I think he's
Yeah,
gonna hang him up.
I was just about to
yeah.
say how much gas y'all think he got left in the tank
I think
based
he
on
can
what y'all
go.
seen
He
this
can
year.
go longer, but he just not finna. He not
Yeah,
gonna just keep going down the first round because that's
it just,
bullshit. That's like you
it,
play all the games just to play 4 more extra games. That's
yeah.
bullshit.
Clearly, he can still play. I mean, he's still
Yeah,
Yeah,
second.
he's
He's just
balling
one of
at an
these
elite level for sure. We can't take that away for nothing. He's definitely
second team
balling.
All NBA. It's just like
he should have got
for
second
him,
team last year. I don't know how
for
he got
for
third team, but he should have been at
for him
least
to
second.
come out and still it's just that he still got too much of a load. Even with Luca there, I feel like it's still too much. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got to do something else, man. He shouldn't
Yeah,
have to
they got to
play that
balance
many
the team
minutes.
out for sure.
the teams they're
And
not playing him like he's 40 years old. That's what's
no,
irritating
fuck,
me.
no,
They're not.
yeah,
They
they
don't
not.
give a fuck. He's actually
Right.
really 40 years old. They're
I
Yeah,
that's
would
nah.
LeBron.
say he is
This is
doing a lot
not
of work. His workload is
This
like
is not
crazy work right now.
2010.
He definitely
Yeah,
doing too much at that
this is
Yeah,
age.
not.
that's the part that I feel like he want to come. I feel like he wants that shit to come down. I mean, I think he's wanted it to come down even since AD was there, but it just never
He
would
been
happen.
wanting. Yeah,
But
Yeah.
I don't know. So I feel like even if he was to play, it would have to be in a situation to where that workload is down. And I don't know.
that's why I
Well,
said it would only place that he can do that is. I know motherfuckers don't want to hear it, but if he went back to Cleveland, he could sit on. He could come off the bench in Cleveland with all that deep talent over there.
I don't see
Yeah, but
LeBron coming off no bench though.
yeah, as I said,
But
but I just don't see it. I just don't see it ever
But I
happening.
know
You
I
know.
mean, okay, even if he didn't come off the bench, he could play 30 minutes a game instead of still playing 38, 39 minutes a game. 36, 30, no, he could play 30 minutes a game.
He could play if he go to Cleveland. I could see him playing 25 to 30 minutes for sure, something like that. But
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think that would help him a
I
lot.
think
But
LeBron's
Yeah,
gonna play at least 2 more years because I don't think he's just gonna go out and say I'm retired. Me personally, I think he's gonna want to have a farewell tour.
he
So
want to win one because look, Luca
he's
gave
gonna
him
want to have a
more
farewell tour.
by them getting Luca. That made him want to probably stay a little bit longer. But like I said, if it don't pan out, like you said, I'm not gonna keep going out here just going out in the first round. Damn that.
Then who knows? Motherfucker might just say, "Man, my ass done." Who knows?
that's what I'm
Who
saying,
knows?
Look,
man. That dude, he been playing basketball a long time, man. It's just shit. It's just like
I just
Right.
don't want it. I
I
don't
just
want
see
it.
him having a
I mean,
farewell tour.
me.
So I don't know.
Look. Us as being fans. Fucking Brian play till the fucking wheels fall off, but he ain't gonna do that.
mm,
But he's still able to get 25 games. He only missed it by he averaged 24.9,
yeah.
and that's
Yeah,
Yeah.
still
he
25 a
already
game.
said it. He was like,
I
there's no
could
way
have got.
he's like, I'm not gonna go out there and play it if I'm fucking stinking it up. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
play.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah. He did say that if he feel like his body can't go how he wants it to go, he'll hang it up.
Mm, yeah. So
It makes sense.
but
You don't want to come out there and look like shit and like
yeah.
especially LeBron. Like, nah,
Yeah, you
that'd
don't
be
want
a
to do
bad
that.
look going out. So
Just like I'm okay. Let's just be honest about some shit real quick. Like I love one of my favorite players was Vince Carter, but do you
Mm.
think he's just stuck around like maybe too long?
Oh
hell
hell yeah!
yeah.
I
You see
think
how bad
he's
he looked with Atlanta,
I,
Hawks, and them
I
damn
didn't want
teams.
to come off like this. I was like, did you like?
Yeah, he stuck around shit. I think 7 to 5 years too long, if you ask me.
I was gonna say about 7. I was gonna say about 7.
But he was
Yeah,
still good enough to be that end of the bench guy. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So but I don't see that being something that LeBron do. So,
Yeah,
but like I said, if the workload is easier and they actually put a good roster together, then who knows?
who knows? He might
Who
stay
knows how
around.
much
Like
longer he'll play?
some of these players overdo it. Me, my opinion, I think my favorite player went out with some bullshit. Kobe, I think he retired. He should have retired, I think, 2 years prior before he called it. But
With the injuries.
yeah, that Achilles injuries, that was nasty. I knew it was it after that. But he played another 3 to 4 years after that. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I say. It just that's the crazy thing. And then like I just noticed like when I was watching Mind the Game, and LeBron was like, "This is his first lower body injury."
Yeah,
Like he
and
he was like, "This is
that
my
oh
first.
was
yeah.
This is my first knee injury." Like, like what the hell? Like, damn, that shit's
and it's
crazy.
his left knee. That's his jumping knee. You jump off your left
So
foot. Well, most people jump
so
off your left foot.
he was just like, "Shit, it was new to me." All this happened, and he was like, "Shit." He said, even if we would have won that game, I probably wouldn't
Yeah,
have been able to finish the series
yeah. That's what I said too.
because he had sprained his shit. But that's crazy for him to be playing that long and never have a leg injury, knee injury, or anything like that.
Cause you remember he used to sprain that twist that ankle every
Oh
other
yeah,
game.
I've
All he
seen
do is
I've
tie
seen
That
that
is
damn
crazy
shoe
work
up.
though.
yeah
All
I've
All
that
he
seen
do
him
tie
goddamn
that
go.
jumping and
shoe up.
hopping he did in them early
You'll
days.
you'll
That
see that
motherfucker was
ankle
flying
go.
through there.
Whoop. You'll see it go.
Yeah,
Hit that
yeah.
go to commercial break. He'll tie that damn shoe up.
Hmm. Yeah, that's sick. But
Yeah,
let's
man.
hope for the best possible offseason for the Lakers. I just say that best possible offseason they can have.
And
Okay.
then crazy
Now
thing about this, man, Mark Williams is steady clowning him. He's
get
staying on
past
Twitter
it.
You
popping
know
off
what?
at them.
I don't blame him. Don't blame
I
him.
don't. Yeah, I was just gonna say I don't blame him either. He didn't fail
Blame
that
him.
physical.
He stayed
He
on
didn't
Twitter
fail
popping
that.
off at the Lakers, laughing emojis and everything. I'm like,
Look,
man,
he
look at
didn't.
Mark Williams. He stayed popping off at them. But
He didn't
like you
fail
say,
that
as a
physical.
player
They
and
just
connect,
they just said he did. I was like, ain't no way. How you in mid season and you fail a physical? That don't make sense. But okay, they just I guess some fans they had too much outrage. Oh, you're gonna trade Don Connect, and they just okay, all right. They fell for the okie doke. We gonna keep him, and then they end up not even playing him. That's what
Or
I'm
it
like.
or it could have been some shit was a GM called him late and was like, damn, if you would have kept him, we were gonna trade you this guy next year.
Yeah,
And they was like,
or something
oh
like
fuck
that.
that.
or
No, we're gonna
Or
pull out. We're
or
gonna pull
yeah,
out. We're gonna
yeah,
pull out this
it could have
motherfucker.
been
Don't worry
something
about
behind
it.
the scene that wasn't shown. I said the
yeah,
same thing because I just didn't get it. I'm like, felt physical. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Something went on
Hmm.
behind the scenes that we don't know about.
Yeah.
yeah. How you
Because
fail a physical and you the
I
starting
remember
center in mid season? That's what I said. There's no way. There's no way you failed a
because I
physical.
remember when the trade happened and I had called him. I was like, you because he didn't know who Mark Williams was. I was like,
I
no, Mark
didn't.
Williams is a hooper. I was
I
like,
didn't.
they got a steal with this dude. I'm like, this dude
Yeah,
is a
Right.
real big
I
man.
really didn't. Because the only thing I
But
know
I
about
would
Charlotte,
say
only thing
he
I know
was
about
injured a
Charlotte
lot
is
coming, with
Brandon
Charlotte
Miller
though.
and Melo. I
Yeah.
didn't know about him. I just know about Brandon Miller and Melo. Matter of fact, real
Hmm.
quick, what do they need to do with them two? Them
I
two
know
both
about
just
Mark
need to
Williams
leave.
at Duke.
You think both of them just need to leave out of there? Him and Brandon
Now,
Miller?
Brandon Miller could stay, but LaMelo need to get out of there.
Where is he going to go?
I don't
He
know.
gonna come to the
He got
Lakers. Melo coming to
he
the Lakers.
he need to go
They got
somewhere,
That's
man.
Luka.
but I'm just but Melo can play the two with Luka.
Nah, I don't see that working at all.
I actually
That's
do.
two players that need the ball a lot.
The thing that messed Melo up was this is what killed Melo when the Warriors took James Wiseman instead of
I
Ball.
I still don't get that. I still do not understand
the potential and what James Wiseman was.
Yeah,
they
just
was
like
they wanted to get a big man.
Just like why the Pistons didn't take Melo. I still can't understand that shit. I don't give a fuck.
They took Darko Milicic.
Yeah, you had Melo right there. And
said, that motherfucker came out to be one of the biggest busts ever.
Of all.
Yeah, but like, man, I'm just thinking about, man, just seeing Melo with the Warriors. That could have been nasty. Melo can pass the ball, man.
Steph. He could have got that championship experience.
Melo's a great basketball IQ. He definitely had dished that ball and found the players.
Yeah, that tutelage he could have got from Steph. That would have created a monster. That would have been a pure monster.
This Steph coming off them screens, man. Like I said,
yeah, Steph could have moved over to the 2. Yeah, Steph could have moved to the 2.
You know, I mean, technically that's what Steph do. He don't really set up the offense. Draymond run the offense. Steph's just running around. So,
Yeah, that'd been something nice to see over there. What it could have, should have.
Yeah. And I said, this was Luka would have stayed would have went to the Hawks instead of Trae Young.
I think he would have whacked it up if he didn't went to the Hawks. I don't think he would have been the same player, or it would have been pushed like that.
No, I think Luka he would have been the same player.
But you know, the Hawks don't get on TV. They don't. That's what I said. That I don't think that people would have known like that. Okay, well.
No,
because I wasn't hearing nothing about Luka until the draft. That's why I was like, okay, he got to be cold. They traded him for Trae Young. That's why I'm like, okay.
Oh, I got a question for y'all. I got an NBA question for y'all. Does anybody know what the hell is wrong with Porzingis?
I don't know. They talking about him. Speaking of him, they was talking about him. He might be a Lakers target.
No. I
just gonna say speaking of Porzingis,
he's never available.
What to be over there be injured?
That's what I'm saying. He's never available.
Yeah,
it would be nice.
You know,
it would be nice if people play.
I don't think he recovered fully since that ACL tear since New York.
And they talking about he got some mysterious stuff where he can't breathe and nobody know what the hell's wrong. Nobody knows what's wrong with Porzingis. Yeah, that's why he hasn't been playing. They don't know.
Oh, I didn't know about the breathing.
Nobody knows what the fuck.
They know about that.
He got asthma or what? Like
I don't know. That's what I don't know what's wrong with him. That's why
I was gonna say niggas play with asthma. Like what?
I don't know what's wrong with Porzingis, and the Celtics don't either. Who knows?
That's that bullshit.
Yeah.
that motherfucker that took some money somewhere. Old motherfucker. All right, you took this 100,000. All right, Lord, we took this 500,000. All right, so now it's time to pay up. I need you to play like shit tonight, son.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. So you saying no? But you know what? Yeah, because he started off, his trajectory was crazy when he first came in, the unicorn. He was out there, and then it just didn't work with him and Luka in Dallas. That's why I was like, well.
You know, Porzingis, he actually surprised me when he got drafted to New York. I thought that was going to be a horrible pick, but he actually balled out, made an all-star that year. Yep. I mean, what, the second year or rookie year? Second year, I think.
That's when he was
They said he was balling so hard that Melo was
that's
mad.
When he blew that goddamn knee out that year when he made the all-star team.
They said he was balls hard. That's why Melo was mad, and that's why the chemistry was bad. They said Melo was purposely tanking, not playing shitty because of him. I'm like, man, that's crazy. That's nasty work. If that's the truth, but I don't think that shit is true. But I hope not. But yeah, that's what they were saying.
Yeah. Well,
it's like they were saying Melo didn't like the Linsanity shit. I was like, oh, well.
I don't think nobody liked that shit, honestly. But
it was great. It was great for TV. Great for New York at the time.
That was one of them Hallmark movies. That was one of them
great.
Hallmark.
Hype it up for the TV for. We could get a couple people to tune in to this bullshit ass fucking dude.
Yeah.
Hey,
but
you're gonna wave off Kobe for a game winner.
Remember?
Get the fuck out of here.
Mario Chalmers killed Linsanity. Remember that? The motherfuckers think Mario Chalmers killed Linsanity. Remember, he wouldn't even when they played Heat that first, he wouldn't even let him get up to court. Him and D Wade.
Linsanity, that nigga got so cold, man. That nigga came back with some dreads, didn't he?
That's after the fact. That's what, you know what? People forget, like, okay, you know what fucked him up? You know what fucked his career up? When if he would have went to the Lakers straight from the Knicks, it would have been cool. But when they put him with James Harden, that didn't work because he's a point guard and pick and roll type of player. They had him doing like a catch and shoot, and he wasn't that type of player. That's why that shit didn't work in Houston.
Yeah, shit. If you was a anything next to Harden, if you was any type of backcourt player next to Harden in those years, shit, you was
catch and shoot.
Terrible.
That's it. Yeah, it's not going to work for you. Yeah. Hey, speaking of Harden, how good was that Houston Rockets James Harden? Ooh, shit!
He was a killer.
Yeah. He was tortured.
He got out of OKC and he balled out and he showed out for goddamn show.
He had a resurgence this year. Actually, for the last 2 years, he
had a good year this year. He made the All-Star team this year. So he had a recovery year because he was looking kind of sloppy the previous year, but he came back.
You know what? I'm glad. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I know a lot of people say Kawhi, he played this season. They just didn't make it through. But Kawhi played. He played this season. For the most part.
He played more than he has for damn sure.
Yeah. And then look what happens when you actually play Kawhi. You're a good player. If you didn't know, nobody's hating on your game. They just want you out there on the court. Because Kawhi is a bad motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. You know, that motherfucker gonna do what he want to do on the court. But you just got to be on the motherfucking court. That's the thing.
You got to stay injury free and be on the court, like you just said.
I never said.
If you stay injury free and he'd do his thing. But other than that,
to me, Kawhi's
that guy's a liability to me sometimes.
To me, Kawhi's an underrated shooter. He got a jumper.
Oh yeah.
To me, he's way underrated as a shooter. He got a nasty midi in 3-point. Yeah, he's a shooter.
Yeah. What y'all think about this TNT final year?
You know, okay, I'm gonna just say this. It would have been better, but it's like, okay, I like the shows, but it's because they really was making it about them leaving to where it just seemed like they were putting in the same effort they were in previous times. So it was just like, oh yeah, we about to get the fuck out of here. You know, this, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think it was as good as previous years, to be honest.
I mean, as far as what I'm reading and what I heard about it, I mean, they're going to ESPN. ESPN said they're not going to change up any tweaks or torques to the show. It's still going to be the same production crew coming from TNT.
You're on the Disney.
Only thing it is just ESPN just shooting the cameras. That's basically what I just heard. They still gonna let Charles be Charles. They're still gonna let Shaq be Shaq. I guess they still gonna let him cuss. So
no, they tell you that to get you over there.
That's
I'm thinking the same thing. I'm like, man,
ESPN, they was like, when them cameras come on, and ESPN say this is what it is. Your segment is a minute and 50 seconds. That's what
don't
you
say
got.
Nothing else or more. Yeah, you getting
And they said what's the one dude, man? He was just talking about it today. He was like,
He
man,
said, "I'll
I
be
just
at
don't see
work."
you.
He said,
I don't
"I'll
see
be
how they
y'all
can do
think."
the show.
Yeah, he said, "I'll be." He said, "I'll be at my house sitting in front for 14 hours a day doing about 8 shows from different ESPN network." He said, "You think I'll be?" Yeah, I forgot what dude's name. He said, "Yeah, I'll be at home. I'm always at work. I'm doing shows. Your ass gonna go to work." I said, "Oh well."
I'm kind of interested to see how this
And
turned out over here because
and it won't be the same because they can't show any NBA highlights. They can't show any NBA stuff.
that's what I was just thinking.
All
Like, so
yeah,
they
they
twisting that
can't
up
show
too.
it. Yeah, so
So
it's just,
basically, they're just
if they
coming over
do
there
show,
just being a show.
No,
yeah,
when they do the
So it's
NBA
not like it's not going
ESPN
to be a
stuff, no,
basketball game. Then they come on at
no,
halftime
no,
like
no,
how
no.
they used to be.
No. They're gonna do certain games still, but they're gonna still do a show on TNT, but they're not gonna be able to show NBA highlights.
hmm
They're still gonna do stuff on TNT. Yeah, they're still gonna have a show, but it's not gonna be with
Shit,
basketball
man, this
highlights.
shit gonna last 1 year, and Charles gonna be like, "I'm the hell up out of here."
yeah, like you could how he was talking already. He was like, I don't like it. He was like, it don't
Charles
make
gonna be up
sense. He
out
was
of
like,
here.
but that's what I said. For me, I don't know. Like I was cool with what they was doing with the TNT show, but it just kind of got played out to me how they was just it was basically the same show every week.
Yeah, and
Charles
then
talking about people suck and all this every week,
yeah,
and
it got too
I
negative. I'm not gonna lie. It got like over like the past
Then
three.
the
It,
business
past,
side got involved, so
yeah, it just got
I
too
get it. It's
negative.
a business,
They
so
used
they got
to
to
they
switch these
used to big
networks
up
up.
players. They used to big up
But
players.
yeah,
That's why a lot of players don't even want to talk to them after the game. It's like, dude, you've been talking shit about me for
you know how many
all week.
you
Now
know
I
how
have
many
to
players
say,
hated
game. You
Shaq
want
and
to talk?
Charles? Man, they wanted to get
Yeah,
at them cats' throats, and you're like,
yeah.
man, what the hell y'all talking about?
They, no, they really do, and you can tell when they be talking to like when Shaq and them they be talking. They do not be wanting to talk to Shaq
yeah.
and
That's what I
Carl.
said
They do not be
with
wanting to
Durant. Like
talk to them.
if you ever notice when they interview Durant, like he don't even answer their questions.
Yeah, because they
He
done
just be trying to
downplayed
get
him
off
so
the
much. He like, man, these
yeah.
goddamn niggas here, man. Hell
Yeah,
no.
he just get off the mic. He don't even answer their
He just do
questions.
it. He doing a Marshawn Lynch. I'm just doing it so I don't get
Yeah,
fined.
that's basically it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do not. They don't feel them the same. It's because they talk
But
too much shit. It's like,
that's
okay,
a
I get it, but that's all you do is talk shit.
yeah.
Well, other than that, you
It'll be
got this
cool
shit
to see
coming on
some
Amazon
new.
Prime and all this shit. So we're gonna see how this shit look. I'm curious how this NBC gonna look too.
Yeah, I want to see how Melo, how he talks the game. Uh, Dirk. I want to see how it all works out. Blake Griffin. I think he's part of the team.
Yeah.
Steve Nash. They got a few people over there, so they got some NBA players. You know, so
What's up?
yeah, I want to
We're gonna see
see
how
how
they look. Yeah.
yeah how they gonna talk about the game.
I think Melo will be cool.
Yeah, I like his podcast. So
I just about to say from watching this podcast, he's very analytic about basketball. So
You talking
hmm
about? Oh, you talking about MJ? Oh, you
Melo
no,
talking
Melo.
about? Oh,
from
what about
Anthony.
Big Dog? What do you think about him coming back to the game? I'm
Yeah, I
for it.
want to see like in what capacity. Like, what is he coming in to do? Like,
I hope they don't have him calling games because he's going to be irritated watching the basketball because that's not what
hmm
he knows what the game is. That's why I said I hope they
hmm
don't have him doing that. Like,
I
yeah,
don't think he is. I don't think he's gonna come back to commentate. I don't think it is. I think he's just gonna come in to
or if he's
do
breaking
certain little
down like
things.
like you know how they have the key matchup for the week. If he do like the
hmm
1-on-1 with the star player for the week, or like like do what Amar Rashad used to do. Let Jordan do that. Interview player, let them
mm
talk to him or something like that. Like, yeah, don't or are they gonna bring Amar
Well,
Rashad back?
I don't know. Well, apparently Jordan is the highest paid media person right
In
now.
history. Yeah, in history. What they give
So
him? What they give him 100
Yeah,
for 1 year?
I don't know. It's over 40,
So
over
Jordan's going to be
40
doing
something
analysts for the game
That's what we're trying to
on
figure out. We don't
NBC.
know what
Yeah,
capacity.
we don't
Yeah, he's
we don't know what he's going to be doing, but he's
or a
hired for
sideline reporter,
NBC.
or is he going to be in the studio? What is he doing?
We don't know.
Yeah.
Nobody knows yet, but we know that he's the highest paid uh media guy now. It was Tom Brady. Now Jordan came in and smashed
Took
that.
that.
Yeah. So I don't know what he's gonna be doing.
Well, it's going to be fun to see. I'm interested to see how this look. One thing about it, we get to go back to that old school intro. The ding, 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 ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding.
Mello already confirmed. He said, yes, we are using the
yeah.
music.
We bring the song back. Yeah.
We're bringing the
Yeah.
music
So
back. That's yeah.
But remember we was talking about that shoes in the ground. Remember it was like people like, oh, why didn't Jordan go? Why didn't they get the ESPN? Jordan, you didn't watch a Jordan game on ESPN. Tell me when you did, and I will tell you you're a fucking liar.
yeah. And people don't
Yeah,
even know that NBA games used to start way earlier because they used to show player intros. They used to show the
yeah,
whole light show. They used to show
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
So now they're gonna go
Right.
back
They
to
used to
that.
have a
They're
little
showing,
storyline before the game come on and everything.
yeah,
Remember we was talking
they're
about
showing,
that. Remember that's how you got to know the players. That like they like Amara or what's the other girl, his partner. What's the lady name? Either him or her. They're follow the player. Like yeah, it used to be a whole bunch of shit. That's where
yeah,
everything.
like
That's where everybody got everything from. Is that?
yeah, you can see the whole damn Bulls show like you was really at the stadium because they showed
Mm-hmm.
all that. The
Mm-hmm.
whole come out, the light show, the player intros, in the timeout, they showed everything. So apparently they're
Mhm.
going back to that,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
how I was
cool.
just gonna
Oh,
say.
that's
That's
what's
how
up.
TV
That'd be
used to
cool.
be. That's how it used to be.
Hmm.
I'm like, then they went to all this. Yeah, they used to show more in depth coverage.
I
It
say
made the game more
if you
personal.
look at if you watch a game on ESPN, sometimes the game be back on before the commercial is not.
Yeah,
You come back in the game on, you be like, what the hell? Yeah, so shit's terrible.
and then that's why I said people be complaining about the ESPN. The halftime be too short. Be a couple minutes, then y'all say whatever, and y'all back out. Till a lot of people don't like their coverage of the game. But yeah, I don't know. But to me, yeah, I hope TNT and ESPN that well the NBA Shaq and them they'll be able to work it out to where they don't mess the show up too much, or they don't try to control it to where it's unrecognizable. Then that's when it's gonna mess things up. Yeah, but I don't know. But we got these finals coming up. I am the Thunder. They should win this. They should. I mean, they got the better team. They didn't have the best team for about the past couple of years now. Last year, they just had some shortcomings in the playoffs, ran into a buzzsaw. But I think they should go out. But at the same time, you can't underestimate the Pacers. They have been playing hard too. But I just think overall that OKC got the better team. They should be able to, go forward and go ahead and take one to the house.